Hey guys, so today I'm going to teach you how to build your own Tokyo rig and then tell you a little bit about it. So a Tokyo rig is a rig that looks kind of like this. All right, that is a hook, a swivel, and a split ring hooked to a piece of wire. So you can purchase these, pretty much anywhere. But if you wanted to make your own, it's real simple to do. All you need is whatever size hook you're using, a split ring of pretty much any size, a small swivel, and then a piece of wire. So the biggest problem here, most people keep the hook, the split ring, and the swivel on hand, but where do you get the wire? Well, here's where I get the wire. I take an old spinnerbait. Blades are no good. It's all rusted out on the end. It's just no good to me anymore. I take a pair of wire cutters here, and I cut the wire. Then I take the R-bend. You need an R-bend, old R-bend spinnerbait, and then you straighten the little R out. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be enough to get the old stuff off. So we're straightening that out. And then we just slide this other stuff off of the line. And then you just basically pull the old blade off of the ring there. So then you end up with this piece of wire, which you use with threaded onto the little split ring and then the swivel. And I'm not going to go through all that because y'all understand the principle here. And then you've got your own Tokyo rig base here. So once you got your Tokyo rig base, then, and you can use, bigger spinnerbaits have longer wires, obviously, for some of these old no good spinnerbaits. So you don't need to throw them away, save the wire, and maybe you can save some of the components for some other things later. So then generally what you're going to do with the Tokyo rig then is you're just going to slide a weight onto the bottom of the wire, whichever weight, depending on how deep you're fishing. You're just going to slide the weight onto the bottom of the wire, and then you're just going to bend that over a little bit on the bottom so that it can't come off. See, now it's not going to come off. And what kind of baits do you fish on a Tokyo rig? Well, a Tokyo rig is good for several things. It's good for punching. Like if you need to punch, then you would turn this weight around. You understand? And you just straighten your wire back out again if you want to change the weight on it. Slide the weight off, and then you can put the weight on that way. And then see, when you punch, the weight just goes straight through and drags the bait through. So it's good for punching. And it's also good for, it acts like a power shot. So when you put whatever bait on there that you want, it keeps it up off of the bottom. So it's a good way to fish a swim bait. When you rig a swim bait on there like that, then you can add a heavy weight to this and just continuously reel it across the bottom, and it keeps your swim bait, 2 or 3, 4 inches off the bottom. It's good for working any type of creature bait because that kind of keels and makes it stay out when you're moving it too. And what it's especially good for is a lot of times when you get in areas of lakes, certain times of year, they got a lot of that green slime on the bottom. And that green slime tends to, if you Texas rig the bait, it tends to get all over the head of your sinker and everything, and it fouls your bait up. Well, with the Tokyo rig, it just gets on the sinker part and your bait stays clean above the slime. So that's one way to fish through a slimy area on the bottom where a lot of times you wouldn't be able to fish it properly because of the slime. And then there's other ways you can rig this too. Like if you need, more weight, or you want to add a little bit of noise, then you can slide a weight on. And then you can slide a bead on. Or a couple beads even. And you can go like that, or then you can take another weight and turn it the other way and slide it on like so. And then you bend your end over to hold it in place. And so you can change the weight of this from, if you wanted a 1/2 ounce, you put 2 1/4 ounce weights on there. These are 1/2 ounce tungsten, so this is 1 ounce of weight here. So you can fish that just about like a Carolina rig in most situations, pretty deep even. And it's clacking as it goes along. So that's the Tokyo rig. That's how to make your own Tokyo rig. If you run out of them, or if you just want to fool with it, or if you want to save some money, this little rig here is going to cost you about 50 cents to make. And they want $1 or $2 a piece for them in most places, and then you can add whichever hook you like to it, depending on the size bait. You use a smaller bait, you're going to use a smaller hook. Bigger bait, you're going to use a bigger hook. So there's the Tokyo rig. I hope you learned something. I hope that helps you catch more fish. Again, if you want to watch my videos on a regular basis, please hit the subscribe button. Please like them, share them with your friends, and post a comment in the bottom. I appreciate you watching, and have a blessed day.